Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. We're continuing today with our discussion of the thumb, the magnificent, the chief. All right, these are the areas we're going to try and cover today. Measuring the thumb's length, whether it's a long stiff thumb or short thumb or strong thumb, and the thumb's angle. This is the thumb's angle, the distance from this finger to somewhere within this flange before it reaches the first joint. Would be the joint here, okay? So this is narrow. This is also high set. It's very close to it. And this is average, sometimes called medium. Thumb, the distance, all that space in there, from this point to here. All right, this is wide, from the tip here up to this. Okay, I hope we're kind of clear there. The measure of the thumb provides the measure of a potential self-mastery available. Now, a long, stiff thumb gives the person ample willpower to apply themselves to life, whereas a person with a small, bendy thumb will be more inclined to roll with the punches. All right? Thumb length is easily measured by laying it alongside your index finger. The tip should come to around 1/3 to 1/2 up the lower flange. This is the lower flange of the finger. Remember, the finger has 3 sections, but we call them flanges, okay? Now, a thumb stiffness is measured by pressing against the lower joint and pulling the thumb gently back. So let's try that. So press this part of the thumb right here. Press it against the joint and then try to straighten up the hand. Just pull up straight and then gently bend it back. Bend it back. Thumbs tend not to vary too much. You'll either be able to bend it back gently. It becomes, you are actually a flexible person. You're open to other ideas. If it doesn't bend at all, it's considered stiff. All right? Where the thumbs are of middle length with a reasonably stiff lower joint and slightly pinched in the lower section, there are adequate and balanced resources present. This is a well-adjusted person. So when it bends and there's a little stiffness, but it does bend, then you are a well-adjusted person, at the average well-adjusted. If the thumb reaches back to the first joint of the index, to the first joint of the index finger, here is the joint right here. If that finger enters near or somewhere in this area, about halfway, then this is a long thumb. If it only makes it to the base, here's the base, right here. Okay, if it only makes it to the base of the index finger, the thumb is short. Let's take a look at a short one. Not that one just yet. That's short. It doesn't make it to the base. You follow? All right, let's go on. The characteristics of the thumb give the characteristic sense of a person's purposeful approach. They'll be forceful and rigid in the way they apply themselves. Now, a bendy, fine-tipped thumb will be flexible but diplomatic, easing between the cracks of opposition. A long, stiff thumb will persist through all the various vicissitudes of chance and circumstance. A short, bendy thumb will have less staying power and will go with the flow. Their philosophy tends to be that life is what you make of it. Weaker thumbs invariably believe in fate, luck, and destiny. If the thumb is strong, they are often found on rather bossy people, and not for nothing do we have the the expression under the thumb. So if you have a boss and they're kind of bossy, many of them are, and you feel like you're in their control, there's a phrase that's out there that's called, I'm under the thumb. Anyway, powerful thumbs need to be constantly employed in tasks equal to their will and drive. They need challenges, tending to develop a high degree of skill, and especially through sheer application and persistence. Let's take a look at a few others before we go any further. I'll tell you about this momentarily. We've seen the short one, and that's low set. And this is the long stiff thumb. Long stiff thumb, okay? And speaking of the long stiff thumb, this thumb is great for long-term goals, where rigid discipline is concerned. For example, let's say you are training for the Olympics and you're going for the gold. So naturally, you're training hard. Your discipline may be rigid to others, but it's perfect for you. Athletes have such a thumb. Their thumb looks long and stiff. If you find someone with a particularly small and flexible thumb, they can often do development work in a group of more highly motivated people. Thus, any challenge, of course, or course of self-improvement, whether it's like dieting or stopping smoking, this will yield great results. Such people respond well to peer pressure, positively applied, of course. Having an extra long, stiff thumb isn't all good news. Though much can be achieved, such people can drive themselves much too hard, be excessively self-controlled, and somewhat inflexible. Notoriously, they often have little sympathy for more dependent or less motivated people than themselves. They often live spectacularly restrained and regimented lives, rarely slackening the pace until the body yields under relentless pressure. All right, let's just take a look at some of the others. Short thumb, low set thumb. I wanted you to see the difference. Long thumb. All right, now let's go back this. We wrap up with the angle. This is very simple. All right, with the angle, to determine here, we use degrees. This is the smallest, it's narrow, and that would be approximately 45 degrees in distance. This is average, twice the size, so we double the number, 90-degree angle. And this is wider still, so it's doubled. 180-degree would be the angle. And I have this line here so you see how we measure to determine the height or length of the thumb in comparison to the index finger. Remember, we're measuring within the lower flange of the index finger. And then you have your answers there. I hope this is helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Love and light. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And welcome to the new subscribers. Very happy to have you. Okay? All right. Love and light. Bye.